I'm Mrs. Overall, and welcome to Overall School. Today we're talking about the sound that the short O makes, like you hear at the beginning of the word octopus. Octopus. Hello, Mrs. Overall. Today's your letter. Well, today it is my letter. My name does begin with the letter O, but we're talking about the short O sound, the sound that you hear at the beginning of octopus. Later on, we'll be talking about the long vowel sound that you hear at the beginning of overall. Oh, hey, what? I have a question. Okay. What am I thinking of? Well, you need to give me a hint. I'm thinking of something that has 8 legs. An octopus. Nope. Spider? Nope. A lobster? Nope. Give up? I give up. 2 moose cousins. Oh, yes, I can see how 2 moose cousins would have 8 legs. Look, you have 4 legs and you have 4 legs. Together, they have 8 legs. Hey, this reminds me of the sound, the motion that we're going to make to remind us of the sound of the letter O, short O. Yeah, because you have 4 legs, you both have 4 legs. I'm going to get 4 legs or 4 fingers to be 4 legs and another 4 fingers to be 4 legs. Put them on either side of my mouth. And here, my mouth will be the body of the octopus. And we'll say, except it's one hand phonics. So we're just going to do one hand. Hey, what? An octopus is Granny's favorite neighbor. Oh, they are cool. Why does Granny like them? Because they're so interesting. They don't have any bones, right? They're called an invertebrate. I am a vertebrate because I have my bones on the inside and you have an exoskeleton, so you're hard on the outside. But an octopus has no bones at all. Yeah, so it can go through teeny, weeny holes. Oh, yes. It can squeeze through because it doesn't have any bones. And it can change color. Yes, and it can squirt ink if you sneak up on it. Well, if you startle it, yeah, it can squirt ink. Have you ever done that? Only once. Only once. Cool. Octo actually means 8. An octopus has 8 legs. An octagon, like a stop sign, has 8 sides. An octuplet is one of 8 babies born at the same time. Like puppies, like their puppies are often octuplets. Moose cousins aren't. But if we had 8 moose cousins born at the same time, yes, they would be octuplets. But that doesn't happen. I've never heard of that happening with moose cousins. And one that you wouldn't think of is October. I thought that was the 10th month. It used to be the 8th month. When we started the year in the springtime, October was the 8th month. And that's how it got its name. Cool. So, October and octopus both begin with short O. They do. And that's what we're talking about today. We just learned about the short sound of O. The sound that you hear at the beginning of the word octopus. An octopus has 8 legs. 4 plus 4 equals 8. And I could put both of them up here, but I only want to use one hand. So I'm just going to do half of an octopus for the sound of the short O. So we'll do this and then we'll turn back to the beginning and review all of them. So ready? Short O. S. T. Short A. N. M. Short I. C. K. P. d, 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 d. H. R. Short O. Again. One more time. Okay. The letter O, uppercase and lowercase, have the same shape. There are a few letters that are like that. The letter O, sometimes people make it like a circle, exactly round, but most people make it like an oval. That's the long sound of O. Vowels, it's a vowel, and vowels are tricky. They can have more than one sound. So here, whoop, cap. I'm going to make an oval for the uppercase O, and then another oval, just smaller, for the lowercase o. These ovals and circles, if you learn how to do those pretty well, nice and smooth, they can help you with your artwork too. You can use all kinds of shapes like ovals and squares and rectangles and triangles, all kinds of shapes to make really cool pictures. And an oval is one of them. Here, it's now time for our alphabet song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Here you see the O. It's even a skinnier oval, a thinner oval than I have here or here. I don't mind whether you make thick O's or thin O's as long as it's neat. And we're going to stop today at the letter O, which is going to be trickier because this is the quickest part of the song. We say this so fast, or we sing this so fast. So I'm going to try to stop at the letter O and not make a mistake. But I might make a mistake. I hope not. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. I did it. I think I heard somebody say P, but it wasn't me. Not today, it wasn't. Okay. Okay is not the short sound of O. Do any of you have any words in your head that begin with the aw sound? What begins with short O? Octopus, yes, that's an easy one. That was a clue right there. You could look and see that. Oct means 8. Octopus has 8 legs. There's a shape that has 8 sides. Can anybody think what that'd be called? No, it's not October. October is a month, and that also begins with a short O. In fact, it begins with a capital O. Not a lot of words do, but names of months begin with capital letters. So October begins with a capital letter, but that's not the shape. Here, I'm going to draw it for you. If it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, that would be a square if all the sides are the same side. But I'm going to take off the corners. Take off that corner, take off that corner, take off that corner, take off that corner, and I'm going to slant down between those now. This is called an octagon. Can you say that? Octagon, yes. A stop sign around here is an octagon. Not every place has octagon. Actually, they call that octagonal stop signs. But we do around here. When I go to other places, though, I see really cool signs. Things are different all over the world, and it's so interesting. Well, does anybody have a name that begins with the O? Oh, you're right, I do. But mine is a long O, Mrs. O. overall. That O says its name. I'm not Mrs. Overall. Yeah, Mrs. Overall. So we'll talk about my name when we get to the long O, if we remember to do that. But I'm thinking about a short O. Ah, 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 ah. Oliver, you're right. Oliver begins with a capital O, but it's a short O. Ah. You know, an olive does too. Do you guys like olives? The green ones or the black ones? Both. Yeah, the green ones sometimes have the little red things in there. You can suck them out. They're called pimentos. And that's fun. When I was a little girl, I liked the green olives because I could suck out the pimentos. But my grandgirls, they like the black olives because they can put them on their fingers and then they can eat them off their fingers. I like black olives too, but I prefer green olives. But everybody has different choices. Sometimes people will think the same way you do. Other times people will think differently than you do. And it's all right. Well, Oliver, let me write down your name. And before I write down your name, Oliver, I'm going to fix this I in Iris's name. Okay, Oliver. We have a capital O. So that's an antler letter. It's above the box. Olive. Oh, here's a silent E. There's the word olive. And that can be a girl's name, Olive. But an ER at the end of words makes the sound. So we have Oliver. If I take away the O, we just have liver, which is a part of your body that helps to keep you healthy. And it's also sometimes people eat liver for supper, liver and onions. Mr. Overall likes liver and onions. Well, Oliver. You're our helper today, Oliver. Let's see, though, if we can read all of these. See if you can read them before I do. I'll give you I'll point and then give you a chance to say it first. Sam, Tom, Anna. I know I'm going fast. It's all right. If you want to say it with me, that's fine too, because I am going pretty fast. Nelson, Maria, Iris, Clark, Kim, Pablo, Dan, Hannah, Ren, Rose, Oliver. Okay, Oliver. 2 minutes. Get with your friends. 2 minutes, and we'll be back. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Let's take a look at what Oliver and the cousins have made today. I see an octopus. Oh, yeah, that was from the sound. But I also see on, off, like on a light switch. Good ideas, guys. Claw, what do you want to draw for the letter O? It's time for Draw with Claw. Yes, what would you like to draw for the letter O? I learned a science word. What science word did you learn? Oxygen. Oxygen. Well, what is oxygen? It's in the air that we breathe. You can't see it, but it's all around us in the air. Oh, all around us in the air. If you can't see it, how are you going to draw it? Uh-oh. Okay, I'll draw an octopus. Okay, that would be a better choice for drawing than oxygen. Okay, he has an oval head. An oval head, yeah, go ahead. And now, how many legs? Eight. Yes. He looks like a spider. Well, you know what? Let me do some work here too. If we make these legs, we're called tentacles, thicker, so they're not just stick legs. And then we put suckers on them. Oh yeah, because they can grab things. Yeah, put little suckers on there. I'm not going to put suckers on all of them. The suckers are on the bottom, and then we're just going to see the top of these legs. Give him some eyes. I don't know whether I've seen eyes on octopuses. Oh, yeah, I have. Put them on. Okay. You know what? I'm going to give him a big eye and a smaller eye, and that way it looks like an uppercase O and a lowercase O. Yeah. I like him. We're good partners. We are. Oliver, you are ready. You know that the lowercase o is a box letter. So there's the bottom, and your bottom is touching the bottom of the box. And there's the top, and your head is touching the top of the box. It fits very nicely into that box. So I can make a letter O with a pipe cleaner. I won't have to lift a thing, and I'm going to start it at the top and go around. It kind of reminds me of water. Whenever I'm swimming, I get my breath at the top, and then I swim down, and I can touch the bottom and back up and let go of my breath. It almost fits on there. If I'm going to make an O, I'm going to touch the top of the box, come down around. That's a very round O. You could also make an oval, which is still curvy. It looks nice. Now, when I was little, I started my O's at the bottom, but that's where the sand is. If I'm swimming, I get a mouthful of sand that way. It ends up looking about the same way, but when you get into cursive writing, if you learn to do that, starting it out at the bottom is going to be trouble. So just learn to start it at the top, and then you won't have trouble if you ever have to learn cursive, or if you ever want to learn cursive. It's kind of fun. Okay, come on, Oliver. We are going to make 5 O's, and then we will look, and then we'll make 5 more O's. Okay, and they will do too. Okay, make your pattern, dot, box, just to give us 2 writing lines. Get your breath. You're at the top of the box. Get a breath of air. Bump the bottom. Ah. We're going to make 5. They do need to close at the top. You're done. Okay, then find your favorite. One that starts at the top, is a nice circle or oval. Go ahead and find it and then make 5 more that are even nicer than that one. You're right, they do look like wheels if you make round ones. Try an oval. Ooh, that's a pretty skinny oval. Which one do you like? Okay, circle your favorite. You're right, when you circle an O, it does look like a donut or an inner tube. Well, go ahead and show them. See that donut? That's your favorite. You chose an oval for your favorite. Time for a break. If you have some work that you need to do in your workbook, that's fine. But if you don't and you want a little exercise break, that's just great. This is a song that I pretend to be a moose. Sometimes the moose cousins pretend to be people. I'm pretending to be a moose. So these are my hooves. I'm still going to call these legs because we use those for leg letters, but these are going to be my hooves. And in the song, the Lucy Moosey, named for the moose that moved to the other side of the world, you can get left and right mixed up. So I'm going to have my back a little bit to you. This is my left hand, and this is my right hand. So we're facing the same way. Mr. Overall is going to be the center of the circle. So when I say put your right hoof in, I'm going to put it toward Mr. Overall, and you can put it toward Mr. Overall too. Okay, ready, Mr. Overall? You put your right hoof in, you put your right hoof out, you put your right hoof in and you shake it all about. You do the Lucy Moosey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Left hoof. You put your left hoof in, you put your left hoof out, you put your left hoof in and you shake it all about. You do the Lucy Moosey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Right leg. You put your right leg in, you put your right leg out faster. Put your right leg in and you shake it all about. You do the Lucy Moosey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Left leg. You put your left leg in, you put your left leg out, you put your left leg in and you shake it all about. You do the Lucy Moosey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Tail. You put your tail in, you put your tail out, you put your tail in and you shake it all about. You do the Lucy Moosey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Come here, cousin. Put your antlers in, you put your antlers out, put your antlers in and you shake them all about. You do the Lucy Moosey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. One more time. That's what it's all about. Yay! Good job, cousin. Hi, friends. You're waiting for me already. You don't know how many sounds. You don't know if it's a 3-sound word that I'm going to say. Let's see if you're right. I'll say it, and then if I use all 3 of you, then you will have predicted correctly. The word is gone. The lollipops were all gone. On. You were right. I was going to choose a word with 3 sounds. Gone. Here, come here. Let's try another one. On. Please turn the light on. 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 2 sounds in the word on. How about the word nod? I nod my head when I want to say yes, but still be quiet. Nod. sounds in nod. Can you nod? Well, two of you can. You can nod. You just have to take your own turn. Nod. You know what? Stay up there for nod, and I'll just get those letters, and we'll spell it. Needs an N. Aw needs an O. And D needs a D. Where is your D? Here it is. Sorry to keep you waiting. Odd. Nod. Nod. I'm going to keep the short O here. Do you notice how many words have a vowel in between two consonants? We have a special name for those. We call them consonant, vowel, consonant words. Or sometimes people just write CVC. Just shows that this is the pattern. This is a very common pattern to have the vowel in the middle. Well, I'm going to take you guys down and here. How about you? You haven't had a turn yet. Come on up. I will give you a clue. Take a look right there. An S. It's going to be an SS at the end. Here, it's one sound, but it's two friends working together. So you two can get up there. Get real close together because you're going to make one sound. Here's one for you. This is a floss word because it has an SS at the end. And one for you. So we have T, Aw, S. What word would this be? Toss. I can toss a ball with Mr. Overall. Toss. I'm going to keep you here again, O, but I'm going to trade your T for an R. I'm going to trade your SS. Still stay together. Stay together because you're going to make the same sound, but it's going to be two letters again. It's a CK. So now we have, I'll just do the motions. I won't do the sounds. What word is this? Rock. Rock. We can write rock in our notebooks. We have dot, line, or dot box. You can't see rock very well. R-O-C-K. So let's see. R is a box letter. R. Ooh, that didn't work. I tried a different pen and it doesn't work. Some pens I like better than others. O is a box letter. And then CK is a box antler. Just a one antler. Rock. There it is, rock. How about nod? Odd. Nod. Yes, nod. And do we remember toss? That had that two S's. Let's try toss. antler. Os. All the rest are box letters. Toss. They all have that aw sound in them. And now the sentence is, I can toss a rock. You know what? I have rocks. I have a whole bunch of rocks in my science bucket here. I can toss a rock. I can toss it back in the bucket. So I is the beginning of a sentence. It's going to be a capital letter because it's in place of my name, and it also is the beginning of a sentence. I, space, can. K is a C at the beginning of most words that begin with K. Can toss. Oh, I can look right up there. That's not cheating. That's being smart. Os, SS, A. Ooh, now I have a decision to make. Can I fit it on there, or do I need to start another line? If I think it's going to be crowded, I can start another line. But rock has 4 letters, and I did fit 4 letters up here, so I think I can fit 4 letters down there. I can toss a rock. Come on, pen, get working. C-K. I can toss a rock. What did I forget? Don't forget the period. I can toss a rock. Okay, and a picture. Let's see. So that's Mrs. Overall. Here's my hair. Here's my ears. I'm just doing it quickly. Here's my earrings. Here's my arm coming up. And toss means it's going to go through the air. So there's my rock. It's my hand. Oh, only 4 fingers. Sometimes I like what I draw, sometimes I don't. There's the rock. And I'm going to toss the rock into some water because I love to see it make the ripples. It's going to go right in there. I can toss a rock. Is the short sound of the vowel O. Hey, we've had 3 of the vowels so far. We've talked about and I. And today, Let's say the names of the vowels. Ready? A, E, I, O, U. Again. A, E, I, O, U. Again. A, E, I, O, U. Again. A, E, I, O, U. That's all. And sometimes why? Why? We have 2 sight words today 2 new sight words today that have that short O sound in them. See if you can figure it out. We haven't had this sound yet, but some of you might know it. It's G. So we have G, ought, got. When you get something and it's already happened, then you say, oh, I've got that already, got. And here's one that rhymes with it. Ought not. Hear that catbird? He is not happy. I think he wants some more grape jelly. I'm going to put not and got into the sight words. Not, got. They rhyme. They both end in ought. Ought. G, ought. Sometimes I have to lick my finger. My hands are clean, I've just washed them. I wouldn't do that normally, but sometimes my cards stick together. So if you see me doing that, you know that my hands are clean. It's not a problem. And then I'll wash them again when I'm done. Ready? Got. Not. Kitty. R. got, said, him, it, see, the, an, a, did, not, are, got, am, can, your, said, in, not, I, at, you, man, Tyrannosaurus, had, add, look, insect, got, not, kitty, him, it. It is time to go. See you next time at Overall School. Hey, you know those furry guys that like to swim? Otters? Where do they come from?